In recent years, gun shootings, particularly in schools, have become a distressing and recurring headline in the United States. Despite numerous calls for change, the epidemic persists. Why is this problem so difficult to solve? Well, today we are performing a number of surgeries to know why this exists. 1. The Second Amendment and its role. The Second Amendment of the United States Constitution states, "A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." While initially framed to ensure a collective defense, this amendment has evolved into a cornerstone for individual gun ownership. Today, firearms are not just tools for self-defense or hunting. They are deeply embedded in American culture. This widespread access means guns are readily available, even in households where children might easily access them. Tragically, this ease of access has led to guns being brought into schools, often with devastating consequences. 2. Gentle parenting and the shift in discipline. In addition to constitutional allowances, society changes in parenting styles have played a subtle role. Gentle parenting, which focuses on understanding and collaboration rather than punishment, has gained traction in recent decades. While this approach fosters empathy and communication, it can create a lack of preparedness for society boundaries and consequences. Children raised with minimal exposure to strict consequences may struggle to understand the weight of their actions, especially when influenced by peer pressure or untreated mental health issues. One of the first and most infamous school shootings occurred at Columbine High School in Colorado. On April 20, 1999, two students, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, entered their school armed with firearms and explosives. They killed 12 students and a teacher before taking their own lives. The Columbine tragedy not only shocked the nation, but also exposed critical flaws in school safety measures. It ignited debates on gun control, bullying, and mental health, but led to few concrete legislative changes. Another heartbreaking incident unfolded on December 14, 2012, at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. A 20-year-old gunman entered the school and killed 20 children and 6 educators. The impact of Sandy Hook was profound, prompting emotional calls for gun control and mental health reforms. Yet, despite widespread public outcry, legislative changes remained minimal due to political gridlock and lobbying by powerful gun rights organizations like the NRA.
And yet, we allow AR-15s to be purchased with abandon, promiscuously, all over the country. People can just go out and get an assault weapon. And the distinguished gentlelady from Michigan was right. We have a hearing when it affects the President of the United States, but on all the other days of the year, we don't have a hearing about it. And I think it is because of an honest disagreement we have about the Second Amendment. There are some people who think the Second Amendment means you've got the right to arm yourself with whatever weaponry you need to overthrow the government of the United States, and we reject that as a false interpretation of the Second Amendment and a false interpretation of the Constitution. We can ban assault weapons.
The aftermath of school shootings often leaves deep psychological scars. Survivors frequently battle PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Communities are left grieving, and schools must rebuild trust and safety for their students. While some call for stricter gun control, others argue for arming teachers or increasing security measures. The divisive nature of these debates often stalls meaningful progress. While the problem seems unsolvable, there are steps that could potentially reduce or eliminate school gun shootings. 1. Strict gun laws. Implementing universal background checks, mandatory waiting periods, and restrictions on high-capacity magazines could limit access to dangerous weapons. Promoting secure gun storage in homes can prevent children from accessing firearms. 2. Mental health support. Investing in school counselors, psychologists, and early intervention programs can address mental health issues before they escalate. 3. Improved school security. Installing metal detectors, employing trained security personnel, and designing secure building layouts can enhance school safety. 4. Campaigns. Raising awareness about gun safety and fostering open conversations about the consequences of violence can influence young minds positively. While the challenge of preventing school shootings in the U.S. is daunting, it is not insurmountable. By addressing constitutional, societal, and systemic issues, we can pave the way for a future where children can learn in safety and peace. Change is possible if we unite to make it happen.